Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and when you've got a team that makes it into the top 25, now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. He'll call for the fair catch here. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
To the air, it's Warren. Quickly to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. They move the tight end all over. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the catch. It's Morris. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle, and the guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up 4th down.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the catch past the sticks. Just plowing ahead. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. And the Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. looking to move it through the air. Throws to the tight end. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Wolverines. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Campbell. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Offense getting set for first down. The give to the tailback. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Texas A&M going quickly. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Power football with the run. Still on his feet at the 45. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Looking for room. It's Moss. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now they'll run it to the right here. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. They'll need to get the ball to the 34 to convert this 3rd down. He powers his way ahead. Gets 3, but they're still looking at 4th and 2. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job on the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Soften him up with a run. Now to throw. Looking for the score. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. The throw to the outside is complete. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. They'll go to the ground. Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Aggie.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
Slams ahead. He's got a nose for that goal line. First he scored the touchdown. Now he makes his way in for the two-point conversion. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go...
He holds it in, and nobody's close. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Back to throw, it's Warren. He makes the connection. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On second down, wants to throw it. Unleashes one deep. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They're going to throw it again. They're trying to get to him. Dances away. Trying to escape and get it himself. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
Well, it's a really nice job there on that third down, trying to get after this quarterback. And obviously they're not able to make the play in the backfield, but really nice job pursuing. You see the athleticism and the speed they have, how they play as a unit together. Only giving up a little bit of a gain and now setting up fourth down.
No thought of trying to kick the 46-yarder. They'll go for it. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Quarterback now breaking the field. Caught near the sideline, it's Loveland. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. The Wolverines are marching down the field. He'll come out throwing on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Michigan. And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try. Dropping back, it's Warren. He's got it for the two. So that was a six-play, 75-yard drive. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is...
And he breaks into the open. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Texas A&M going up tempo.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
To the air on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. Across the 25, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Really good look
looking run there. This guy reminds me a little bit of an old Texas A&M Aggie great, Leland McElroy. He was so dangerous in space, was so difficult to bring down to the ground. All 11 guys on defense had to rally to the football. This guy has a little bit of that too. If they can find more creative ways to get this guy out in the open field.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job, and that helped lead to the home run.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Fair catch, called for and made. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Sends it downfield. Wide open, he makes the catch. Touchdown, Wolverines! And once he got loose, it was all over. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth. I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. Going to the running game. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. All kinds of running room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5 plus. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run.
And it's so nice then to have this guy
Running toward the tape. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Aggies. Getting set for the point after. Splits the uprights. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off with an electrifying 45-yard run to the house. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. You want to talk about answering each other's score. That's what we have going on right now, Jesse.
Yeah, and this offense, it's been impressive just seeing how well they've been executing, too, because they're playing with a sense of urgency, David. They know they've got to go score a touchdown every time they take the field.
It's like a tennis match. You're just trying to break serve at some point, just back and forth. Both offenses having a lot of success in this football game.
Gets it out to the 40-yard line, giving 5 on that one.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
He's looking to throw it. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. To the air, it's Warren. Feeling some heat. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Catch in the middle. It's Morgan. Ball is free. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. They've got the big fellas out there. A three tight end look on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They think there's room to run to the right here. Timeout call by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Campbell. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? They'll put the tight end in motion. They'll run for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
To the air. It's Warren. Going to try to get it himself. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. They gobbled up a ton of yardage to open this drive and now in business near midfield at the 49. Wants to throw on 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Pulls it in inside the 10. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Hey, the defense knew coming into this one this guy was going to be a factor, but they have done nothing to stop him. They don't have any answers. This guy already has over 100 yards receiving, and we're not even done the half.
And they'll knock him down. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Power ahead. That should be the final play of the 1st half. Never a doubt. And now they take the lead. So that's going to do it here in the 1st half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. And the Wolverines will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He's not even going to make it to the 20, much less the 25. They'll mark it out of bounds at the 18. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They start this 3rd quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the 1st half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brains so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Texas A&M going quickly. He'll run it again. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, on offense, you've got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front, climbing in the second level, and really giving these backs and ball carriers a lot of room to run all game long.
Looking for a crease. It's Owens. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. The Aggies have this offense rolling. Leaves it with the running back. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Fast motion from the offense. Back to pass, it's Warren. Getting some heat. He's got his man. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage total. Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. He's going to pass. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Michigan. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Campbell. He gets a block. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. From the gun, the ground game. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Aggies want to move quickly. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It's complete. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Quarterback strolling away from heat. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. Here comes the offense on 2nd down.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
They're strong, and they're scrawl. Defensive tackles, they're scrawl. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
The give to the back. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They go to the ground. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10. Looking for room. It's Moe. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They'll give him 4 yards on the carry. It's down at the 8-yard line. Texas A&M going up tempo. Right back to it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you've got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both. Got it stopped. Now forcing a 4th down.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you're playing a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football, because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Michigan 32, Texas A&M 29.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Give to the back. Still running at the 40. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. He wants to throw. Coming after him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Defense doing their job, getting that last stop, and now 3rd in California. Not a lot of play calls to convert this, so defensively, let's get off the field now. The clock's running. We need to give it back to our offense with as much time as possible.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with the 1st down.
Nice job executing the 4-minute offense. You know, they practice this throughout the week, having a lead late in the game, running plays to just get enough to get 1st downs to stay on the field, and they are executing this 4-minute offense to perfection.
Looking to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Morris. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting...
Off he goes! Touchdown, Wolverines! What a catch and run for 6. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Release to the back. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Trying to take it back. Running through contact. And he has taken it all the way back. Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. Today, a ranked versus ranked matchup as a couple of top 25 teams get set to go jaw to jaw. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Volunteers will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. It's Bentley. That is a decision he will like.
To the 10.
He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Here comes the offense on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. Dropping back, it's Dart. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. Quarterback empties his backfield. Motion from the offense. Going up top on first down. Got his man quickly. At the 45 on his way. Hit the afterburners, kid. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a big play. 68 yards on the touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's White. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Grabbed behind the line, it's Sampson. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. They'll keep it on the ground. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
And already this guy is leaving his mark on this game. Opening drive, back-to-back runs where he's found a way to get positive yards. He was able to pick up the success they have, it's going to open up the play action game.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The give to the back. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
That didn't bust for a long one, but now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
A third down try for the offense. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on fourth. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
They'll throw it on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This quarterback really is going to have to be aware in this game of trying to find lanes to throw into when he's throwing over the middle of the field, because this D-line does a great job getting their hands in the air.
Back to throw, it's Dart. He'll pull it down and run. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
They'll throw on third and short. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels!
And this offense right now, they're doing some damage through the air. That's now their second passing touchdown. They thought coming into this game they were going to have some matchups on the perimeter of the field that they could take advantage of, and they've done that so far here today.
Coming out with it, it's White. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. The Volunteers will hustle to the line.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, trying to get an angle, but you can tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Looking left. He's got it. And he's knocked down immediately, but they're in the red zone at the 14. That's not at all where he intended to go with the ball on third and long, but it worked out beautifully.
And the frustrating thing, Reese, is from a defensive perspective, I want you to throw it to the running back. I don't want to take away the main targets, the ballers on the outside. You do what I want you to do, and you still make the big play, get the huge first down on 3rd and long.
They get him on the ground. He picked up about 4 yards, and the ball spotted at the 10. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Forges ahead for 1 to the 8-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. And a good pickup there. They'll move the sticks for a first down. Let's see if they try to get another snap before the quarter expires.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Ole Miss 14, Tennessee 0.
Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. They're going to run it. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And on that situation, the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown ball. It's a much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. When you're down, you got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here. All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Tackle is made at the 48. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. Looking for a man. It's Dart. It's complete to the right. Open space at the 25. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. Quarterback moving. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
Oh, he's going to remember that one for sure, man. He did a nice job getting outside the pocket, but at that point now, he's got to be on high alert. He knows this defense is going to be coming flying at him. He'll be doing a better job sliding or running.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Ole Miss. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Tennessee, 7.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Lewis. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. This offense has a little room and a fresh set of downs at the 23.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half, so they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. And the ball's headed quickly to the line. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. On the move, it's Sampson. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. Running back searching for a hole. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Leaves it with the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. No huddle offense to the line. Handoff to the lone back. Fights off a defender. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stops.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Just steamrolling his way through. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Might as well give it to him again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Volunteers! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. One more snap coming before halftime. The give from the gun. And after that short gain, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. And the Rebels will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's White. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Takes the handoff. It's Sampson. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He lost one down the sideline. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Tennessee. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
How about the bomb? The long field all the way across the field. Big-time play, big-time throw. Receiver runs underneath it, takes it to the house. Huge play for this offense.
And he's coming out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Comes out throwing on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Harris. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short in the first down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Those are the ones you rewind back on tape over and over again when you watch this tape and you go, how did I miss that? He was so open. You have to hit those plays. There's nothing you can say positive about that.
And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
They'll throw it on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it's caught inside the 20. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Finds his man. It's Parrish. Oh, it's loose. And the defense has got it in there trying to pick up some yards. Touchdown ball. And the defense doing work.
And that's just the guy you want to find find that football. The ball's loose. Who do you want to get it? One of your little fast guys. The defensive back picks it up and turns on the afterburners, takes it all the way back for the touchdown.
And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. Fair catch called for and made. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Looking to throw, it's Dart. They're bringing heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
He's looking deep. He's got it down the left side. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
On second down, he's looking downfield. And the timing just a hair off. A third and long coming up here. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
Timeout, Tennessee.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. They want to just keep throwing it. The sure hands, it's Harris. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. And the Rebels are rolling down the field. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Trying to find his man on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Harris. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Rebels will line it up on first and 10. Live by the blitz. Get hit with a chunk play on the blitz, too, especially if you're man up on that dude.
And you know what? You lose some battles, especially to receivers like this who are so elite. You're going to...
He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Rebels. Lining up to add another. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Fielded in the end zone. It's White. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They're going to test the right side with this one. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. And after 3, you're all tied up.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll leave it with him. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The Vols in the hurry-up. They'll give it to the back. Across the 25, he's got room. He's loose. He's at the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Volunteers! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And he makes the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry. Because
He's got it down the left. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass. It's Dart. It's complete on the right side. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. New set of downs after that completion. He'll come out throwing on first down. Firing toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
This guy is officially a problem. His second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
The extra point is up and good, and we are tied up in the 4th. Coming down the stretch in the 4th, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They'll try the run. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27. And the Volunteers want to crank the tempo. Here's the handoff. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you. A huge third down. At the 35, he's loose. There he goes to the right. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tennessee. They move on top here in the 4th.
love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get to the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll call for the fair catch here. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. He'll start this drive firing. Pocket starts to collapse. He'll try to do it himself. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Offense gets set for second down. Wide receiver shows motion. Looking for a man. It's Dart. Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Trying to get to it. Had to throw it before he wanted. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Let's see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 48. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. Wide out in motion. The aerial assault continues. The sweet feet buy a little time. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
And money down is where you see defenses really understand where the sticks are, play great pass defense, know what's coming, and get off the field.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Makes the catch. He's got enough. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down mark is.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Big loss on the last play. Threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. He's looking to throw. He'll take a deep shot here. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. He was thinking touchdown on the scramble, but they're able to stop him short of the end zone. And the Rebels racing to the line in a hurry-up. Looking downfield, it's Dart. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Off play action. Extending the play. He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Rebels! Ready to try the point after. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's White. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This defense will try to get the ball back for their offense, or at least prevent a score here late in the 4th. They're looking for an advantage to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. And the defense snows him under after a very short game. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Back to throw, it's Iamaleava. Fires to the wideout. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
What a play by this defense. The offense going in to take the lead. No. Flip the script. The big six. Now you're leading in this ball game. What a play by the D.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. He'll bring it out. It's White. He's able to work his way across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes,
Nothing but green ahead. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They got the first down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. The Volunteers pick up the first down.
Well, that's just tough, hard-nosed running. You need 1 yard to get, let the running back figure it out.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. The give to the tailback. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Power football with the run. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Scanning the field, it's Iamaleava. On target over the middle. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
when you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that one.
Using his legs, it's Sampson. Got some room, entered to the goal line. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. They'll try to pound their way in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown ball.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
So you think this is automatic? They need this one badly. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And they've got it locked up in the final minute after the touchdown and extra point. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. stands alone, all wide receivers. To the air on first down. He lets it fly. Brings it down on the right side. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. And here comes the field goal unit. The holder will find a spot at the 38-yard line. That means a 48-yarder and a chance to win it. And he missed it. No good. And in the final quarter of regulation, we remain tied, guys. Offense set on first down. Quarterback checking off. To the air, it's Iamaleava. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Incomplete. The final play of regulation, and now we head to overtime. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Trying to get the edge on the toss. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job with the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
On the ground, it's Lewis. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
When the offense gets in those multiple tight end looks, you kind of have a good understanding of what's coming. You don't know where the ball's going necessarily, but they'll put those big old bodies in there to block, to move people, to put more mass on the field, especially once you get in this red area where you have to be able to run the football effectively. Those passing windows tend to shrink a lot.
Down by 3, it's their turn here in overtime. A touchdown will win it. Here's first down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Back to pass, it's Dart. Shoots it to the left. He got it. He's in. A game-winning touchdown in overtime. That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run for the score.
Yeah, they had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering it. It'd be a good idea to get a hand on him. You know, listen, I know these guys got some speed, and maybe you give him a cushion and give him some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department.